Welcome to Manflow Yoga. It's yoga for guys.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Dean at Manflow. I'm gonna do my best to walk you through a flow session right now. I haven't done it in a while. I apologize. Work is busy. Anyways, let's start in cat cow. Breathing up. Exhaling. Breathing in. Exhaling. Breathing in. Exhaling. Breathing in. Exhaling. Remember, you're trying to create as much curve in your back as possible when you're breathing in. Creating as much arc, raising your butt up as high as you can, pushing your lower back down, and exhaling, bringing your middle back as high as possible, letting your head come between your hands, trying to lower your lower back. One more time, inhale. And then push back into down dog, keeping yours curved back right here. Pedal out your legs first. Walk your dog, as they say. Let's do a couple sun salutations now. Look forward. Bring your feet to meet your hands. Half lift. Bend your knees as much as possible to keep a straight back. Lower down, exhale. Inhale all the way up. Bring your hands together at the top. And exhale, bring your hands to prayer. And we're going to start by making our feet rooted into the ground, being very aware of where your stance is. Starting to flex your lower body, bending your knees slightly. Engaging your quads, engaging the legs and the muscles in your back of your leg, squeezing your glutes, turning your pelvis slightly upward, bringing your shoulders up and then rolling your shoulders back. Close your eyes if you want. And then inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your feet back to the mat. Heels come forward, body comes forward, lower down, elbows tucked inside, all the way down to the ground. Your chest touches, flip your toes, tops of feet on the ground. Inhale, come up, arch your back, try and reach your neck and the crown of your head forward, keeping your toes on the ground, your knees off the ground, quads engaged, and then exhale, push back into down dog. Pedal your legs out again, walk your dog. Go straight into Crescent Warrior. So bring your right leg up. Right leg comes to be framed by your hands. And come up straight into it. This back leg is engaged, straight. Heel pushing back toward the back wall. Knees over your ankle in your front. Pelvis turns slightly upward. And reach up. Turn your hands inward so that your pinkies are closer to each other to start to open up your shoulders a little bit. Let's bring your hands to prayer. lean forward, and open your back up. Elbow comes to the outside of your knee, and twist your body. Try to bring your left side of your stomach to your thigh. If you think about it like that, instead of thinking about it as in cranking your body open, you'll get better results. You start to open your back more instead of just cracking your back. And then squeeze the muscles in your core so that you can take your elbow off without sacrificing the twist in your spine. Bring it back to the middle. Root your hands. And then bring your left leg to meet your right. And we're going to go into a one-legged chair pose. So keep your right leg engaged on the ground. Left leg comes up just a little bit. And balance. 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg comes to meet. Just drop your right leg back now into Crescent Warrior. Right heel pressing back towards the wall. Straight leg engaged, right leg, knee over ankle, core is engaged, turning upward, and reach your hands up. Toes in the front foot come off the ground. Twist your hands, pinkies come to face each other. Sorry, outsides of pinkies come to face each other. Bring your hands to prayer, lean forward, twist your body open, elbow comes to the outside of knee, and then bring this part of your body, chest, this side of your abdomen, try to twist it toward the outside of your outside wall. And again, if you think about it like that, instead of thinking about pushing your elbow on your knee and twisting your back open, you'll get a better twist. Now squeeze all the muscles that you have in your core right now. Maintain that position. Bring your elbow off your knee. And then twist. Root your hands. Bring your right foot to meet your left foot and come up into a one-legged chair pose with your left leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower right foot to meet left. Bring hands to meet at prayer. And let's come back into Warrior 2. So just drop your left leg back. Try to come a little bit wider than you usually do. So if you usually have about 4 feet, if you can come right into it, if your knee goes right above your ankle, your back foot's pressed directly into the ground, maybe reach your feet out a little bit more and try to bend a little more. Make sure that you're keeping your body in the middle here. You don't want to start leaning forward or leaning back. Make sure you're staying in the middle. Press down into both feet. And then make sure your hips are open toward the sidewall. Make sure your back heel is pointing into a line. Your front heel is pointing into a line at your back heel. Engage your core. Hands come out. Bring them up and then down into your shoulders. And then look straight over your middle finger. Make sure that you can see your toes if you look at your feet in front of you. If your knee is obscuring your vision, you need to make it more open. Turn it more toward the sidewall. Maybe bend a little deeper into this. We're going to go into half moon. So start to transfer some of the weight into your front. And you're going to push up off your back foot and go into half moon, which is like this. Sorry. You can use your hand to balance here. Reach your left arm up, straight toward the sky. Your left leg points straight back. That leg is engaged, so you're dorsiflexing that left foot, so that your toes are your toes, tops of toes are coming back towards you, heels pointing outward. And then your right leg is engaged and strong on the ground. If you can, start to raise your right hand up off the ground. And if you're really good, start to look toward the sidewall. I don't think I've mastered that yet. But hey, worse and more surprising things have happened, I suppose. Now you're going to come back into Warrior 2. So just sink back into it as slowly as you came in, as you can. And then straighten your front leg. We're going to go into triangle, so reach your right arm forward as much as possible. And then spin your body 90 degrees. Reach as high as you can in your left hand. And push your right outside of your hand into your shin. Make sure that you're reaching straight up in your left arm, not back, just straight up. And your shoulders are in a line. Right hand's pointed at the ground. And try and bring some lift into your left hand so that the strength of your left arm reaching up actually brings some of the weight out of your lower body into your side body, into your core. And then spin 90 degrees. And let's go into a forward fold from here. So keep your legs about the same distance, or go a little wider if your Warrior 2 isn't quite as advanced as you want it to be. You're going to arch your back, so squeeze your butt up. Look up, and then start to bend forward. Keep your chest up and open, and then keep your lower back straight. If your back starts to bend like that, re-engage it. And if you can't go any lower without keeping a straight back, start to bend your knees. And that way you can keep a straight back and maintain the integrity of the pose. And reach your hands up if you can. That helps provide some stability. Make sure your feet here are straight, that they're parallel, that they're not facing out to the sides. If they aren't parallel, they should be a little pigeoned, so facing inward. Bring your hands to your back, and then come up. Now we're going to go to, so bring your left foot to meet your right foot. And then face forward, and we're going to go into Warrior 2 with the opposite foot. So right leg comes back. Like I said, a little wider than you're used to. Let's get some more depth than you're used to here. Heel pointing in a straight line to your opposite heel. Back foot is rooted in the ground. Even the outside of the back foot is touching the ground. This knee is over this ankle. Your hips are up and toward the side wall. This knee is pulling outward toward the opposite side wall. Core is up and engaged. Hands come out. Roll your arms back so that they're sitting on your shoulders. And then try and pull out, widening your hips.
Bring your toes up in the front if you want some more challenge. Engage your core here, and that'll help you get a little taller in your spine. It'll also make the pose a lot harder. Just feels different. In yoga, you always want to try and utilize some core, and that's the same in weightlifting too. It's the same in any exercise. You always want to use your core. Bruce Lee was huge on that. If you ever want to watch some of this stuff, it's cool stuff. Anyways, from here we're going to go to half moon. So start to transfer the weight to your left foot, bend in your right foot, and then push off. Oop. Bring your left hand to the ground. Bring your right arm straight up. Bring your right leg back. It should be parallel with the ground. Toes engaged, so toes pointing back toward you. Heel reaching toward the back wall. Left leg is engaged. And then if you can, bring your left arm off the ground. Slowly. And slowly start to turn your head toward the side wall. Make sure that you're still reaching back in your back leg. Stick with it. If you fall out of it, just go back into it. Remember, the slower you go back into it, the more stable it's going to be. A few more seconds. And go back to Warrior 2 now. With as much grace as possible. As slowly as possible. Now straighten your left leg. We're going to go to triangle pose. Reach your left arm forward. Windmill your hands 90 degrees. Reach up as high as possible in your right arm. Left arm comes to outside of shin. Sorry. Outside of left hand comes to inside of shin. Your shoulders are in a line here. And then reach up through your right arm. Bring a little of the weight out of your legs and into your core. And come back to Warrior 2. And then spin your left foot so that both feet are now facing the right side wall. Turn your feet in a little bit. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Expose your chest to the sky. Reach your chin up. And then start to bend forward. Keeping your fingers interlaced. Or if you have a strap or something like a towel to hold on to, just hold that like that and then go down. Otherwise, try and do it with your fingers interlaced. And then swan dive forward. A few more breaths here. Release your hands to the ground. And try and straighten your lower back. Come halfway up. Bring your hands to your back. Come all the way up. Bring your right leg to meet your left foot in front. Come to face center. Inhale, the mountain pose all the way up. Exhale, forward fold.
Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your feet to the back of the mat. Body weight comes forward, lower down chaturangas. Inhale, up dog. And then exhale, down dog. Look forward, knees come forward, heels off the ground. Jump forward, landing lightly, half lift. Forward fold. Inhale all the way up.
We're going to go straight into eagle. So exhale, bring your right arm under your left arm. You're going to bend down now. And your right leg is going to come over your left leg. Your elbow is going to be right over your knee. And you're going to make sure that you have a straight back, perpendicular with the ground. Your elbows are going to come up so that your shoulders are stretching. Keep your leg wound tight. A few more breaths here. Bringing your elbows to eye length if you can. And then unwind. Hands back all the way up. Then the left arm is going to come under your right arm. And now your left arm is going to come over your right leg. Elbow is over knee. Back should be straight, as if you're in chair pose. Bring your elbows up and your hands in front of you, in front of your face, providing some shoulder opening here. Knee over elbow, elbow over knee. A few more breaths. And unwind, hands come all the way back up. And now we're going to go straight into bow pose. So bring your right hand down. Start to balance on your left leg. And then bring your right leg up. Grab the inside of your right leg. Hand faces forward, palm faces forward. And you're going to push back into your right leg. And as you push back into your right leg, your left hand comes forward. Your chest always remains above your hips here. Always reaching out, reaching forward, pushing back. Remember, the power of this pose comes from you pushing into your right leg. Your right leg pushing into your hand. Three, 2, 1. Come back to standing. Switch hands, so now the right leg comes up. Left hand comes outside. Left leg comes up. Make sure your right leg is stable here. Grab the inside of your left leg. You can grab your foot, grab your ankle, whichever one. Right palm faces the front. And as you push back into your left hand, right leg comes forward. Make sure that that leg is strong in the front. And the power is coming from you pushing your left foot into your hand. Keep going. 3, 2, 1, release. Same way you came in, you're coming out. Hands come to prayer. And then let's move to our backs. Sorry, let's stay on our fronts. So, feet come together at the back, hands are under shoulders, legs engaged so that your knees are off the ground. We're going to start off with Cobra here. So make sure your legs are squeezed together. And then on inhale, you're going to come up. Arch your back. Press toes in the ground. Pull your body a little forward, using some of the strength in your triceps. 90% of the strength comes from your lower back and your legs. 3 more breaths. Release. Do 1 more of those. So, chin comes to mat, hands under your shoulders, feet engage 1 more time, press tops toes into the ground, squeeze your quadriceps so that knees are off the ground. On an inhale, you're going to come up and reach your body forward. Reach the crown of your head up as high as you can and reach your body forward. So on an inhale, and up. Press tops of toes into the ground. Quads engaged. Use your triceps and pull your body forward. And lower down. Do 1 pose that is definitely not my favorite now. So we're going to do bow pose from here, both legs. So you're going to bend your knees, reach around, grab the outside of your right foot, and then your left foot. When you're in this pose, you're going to be pushing into your feet and then leaning forward, kind of rocking forward onto your chest, trying to get your legs up as high as possible and reaching your body forward as much as possible. Make sure that your legs stay close together here, no more than a foot apart. So inhale and exhale. Three, 2, 1, release. Let's flip around to our backs now. Actually, let's go into child's pose. Knees come to outer edges of the mat. Bring your butt back into your heels. Walk your arms forward. Press your fingers into the mat. Pressing your hips toward your heels. And then come out of that and come to your back.
So we're gonna do bridge pose now. So in bridge, the strength of the pose is going to come from you pushing your feet into the ground, not from you pressing up on your neck. You're going to be balanced on your shoulders in the back, not crunching your neck, not using your neck to hold yourself up, but using your shoulders. And you're going to try and reach your chest up as high as possible and open your chest up as much as possible. So, and then underneath, you're going to interlace your fingers and try and keep your two pinkies on the ground. So, bring your heels as close as possible to your butt. Hands start with palms down on the mat. Feet are going to be about width distance. And then you're going to come up. Press your feet into the ground. Interlace fingers. Walk your shoulders underneath your body. Squeeze knees together. Ten seconds here. 8, 7, 6, go higher. Press in your feet. And release. You can do one more set of bridge, or you can go into wheel. If you're going to go into wheel, remember to keep your feet flat on the ground and keep your knees in close. Don't start to let your hips open like this. If you can't do a wheel yet, start with a little wider out. You can also use a wall. Put your hands on the back and start to walk down that wall a little like that. So here you go. If you can't do a bridge yet, start like this. And just walk a little down. Then walk out when you feel too much pressure. For those of you who can do a bridge, go into it. If you want to stick with a bridge and not do wheel, go for that. So, do it this. So feet come as close to your butt as possible. Hands come next to your shoulders. And push up. Straighten your legs for some more resistance. For a little deeper stretch. You can also walk your hands closer together. Make sure you're squeezing your knees together. 10 seconds here. Release. Let every vertebrae hit the ground one at a time. And then bring your knees together and let your knees flop out like you're doing a butterfly. Soles of the feet together. Hands at your side. Coming to face front. We're going to do a couple ab exercises to finish it up. So let's start in a dolphin plank pose. Fingers facing forward. Reach your legs back as far as they'll go. Come onto your toes. Engage your quads. Roll your body forward. Get your body's in a perfectly straight line, and then reach the crown of your head forward. Press your heels back against the wall, and then roll your stomach in. That'll make you have a straight body. I'm gonna do 10 breaths here. Bring your right hand directly under your shoulder. Turn on the side of your right foot and reach up. You can lift your left leg up above if you want some more resistance. And then reach your hips up toward the sky. Three more. Bring your foot back down. Hands come to face forward again. Lower your forearms. Fingers face forward. Roll your body in. Bring the crown of your head as far as you can forward. And 10 more breaths here. Bring your left arm under your left hand under your left shoulder. Rest the side of your left foot on the ground. And then reach your right arm up, directly above. Reach your right leg up for a little more resistance. And then reach your hips up. Two more. Lower back to the ground. One more final chaturangas. Lower to the ground, exhaling. Inhale, up dog. Expose your chest as much as possible. And then exhale, down dog. All right. Sorry for not doing this for so long. It's a lot easier when you're in college. Appreciate you watching. You can check it out on facebook.com/manfulyoga. The WordPress website is at manfulyoga.wordpress.com. And then the Twitter at manfulyoga. Go figure. And the YouTube at youtube.com/manfulyoga. Thanks for watching, and namaste.